What's up, Cancer? This is Marcus from Moonology Oracle, back with another tarot and oracle reading here for you. So this reading is going to represent the time frame from April the 4th going to April the 10th. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to get you some oracle cards, all right, general energy for the week. We'll get you a time frame card, and we'll also get you a spiritual card for the week. Okay. All right. So first we have standstill. We have you're very close to achieving your goal. And let's see what we have for you for your spiritual card. Okay. And then we have listen deeply. All right. So Cancer, you definitely are a psychic sign. So especially with this card that we have of listen deeply, this might be a good time for you to tune into your intuition. All right. But what I'll do is we'll definitely make sure that we read that card here for you. All right. And I just want to say thank you to all the people who have shown a lot of love to the page. Welcome back. All right, so the standstill card, the first card we have in your past energy is the Three of Wands. In your current energy, we have the Knight of Swords. All right, so the standstill card, I'll go over this here, but this is saying that there's alienation, stagnation, withholding, grinding to a halt, insensitivity, mistrust. So it looks like there's something that you've slowed yourself down just because you might not have trusted the situation, or you might not have been, I guess, informed, or maybe had enough energy or information on what to do next. So what I take from this could be a few different things. This could be you moving forward with a new job situation, but from what I can see, the future energy of this is going to turn out really good. So let's see, we have first the Three of Wands, then we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Seven of Cups, and then we have the Sun. So this is definitely going to work out in your benefit. All right. So next, under here, very close to achieving your goal, we have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Strength card in your current energy. All right. Let's see what else next we have for you in your future energy here, Cancer. So we have the Nine of Wands. Okay, in your future. Okay. A lot of cards are jumping out, but I'm not going to take every single one of them, just to let y'all know. I like to take jumpers, but I don't like to take jumpers where there's like 25 of them. All right, so there's one. All right. So then we have listen deeply. All right, so we have the King of Wands. We have the King of Swords. So you have two King energies. So definitely this is something that you want to make sure you do take some time to listen deeply. Okay, you have the Wheel of Fortune. All right, and you have the Eight of Cups. All right, so Cancer, in the bottom of the deck energy, we have the Page of Swords. Okay, so the Page of Swords, this is about you taking on a new project. This is you doing some research to get informed on what's the best way to do this. So you're taking some time learning, and you're asking a lot of questions. You're kind of watching how people do their process because you want to learn how everything's done and how everything's done perfectly. All right, so I see from this card we have the Standstill card. Okay, and this is number 12. Right, so standstill says alienation, stalemate, stagnation, withholding, grinding to a halt, insensitivity, and mistrust. So what I take from this, just looking at this here, this is something that actually, for my intuition telling me, this is something that actually started in the wintertime, and now this is in transition. So in the wintertime, you may have had a situation where, like I said, you felt like you weren't making any movement and it was a stalemate. And this was something that you didn't really trust. So I'm taking two things here. The first thing that I hear is that you have a job that there wasn't any movement. Okay. So you've been sitting there waiting for movement to come, waiting for things to come. And things have been changing. And they keep on telling you, hey, don't worry, things are going to come. There's going to be a new position open up. And as soon as, the position opens up, you might have a chance to get it. And this is just what I'm hearing initially in my mind. So What I see here in your past energy is this is the Three of Wands. This is you kind of sitting, waiting by the dock of the bay, just kind of waiting for the ships to come in. Now, if you look at this picture, this is a picture of one of those merchant ships. And back in the day, the Europeans, they used to actually send out money to go to Europe, and then they would wait, a couple of months for the ships to come in. So just think about that time frame from like sending your ship from America all the way to Europe, buying the stuff, and then taking the time to go all the way from Europe back to America on the ship. And I feel like that's almost like the standstill that you've been waiting for. And sometimes you have that mistrust because you're not really sure that it's going to happen. And especially think about those dangers of you sending your money for free blindly. You're not there. And it's going all the way across sea, across your emotions, right? Then it takes time for it to come back, for you to actually get to see the product that you bought. So there's a lot of things that you might mistrust. But what I'm getting from this is that the same thing happened. You're at a job. You've been one of the best workers. You've been doing really, really good. You've been really passionate. One of the people that they can trust. One of the people that they can really depend on being there. But you weren't able to move up, and you was expecting to be able to move up. And people come on saying to you, "Hey, look, movement's coming. Just kind of sit and wait, and you're gonna be able to see some things come to fruition." Right. Now, what I see from this is, with the Knight of Swords, you have your current energy. Now, what I take from this, as soon as the Knight of Swords came out, I actually got retirement. So I don't know if someone might have retired at your job, or maybe somebody left the job. But what I'm taking is someone retired, and now, before you felt it was a stalemate and there was no movement, but now that this person is moving, or they left, or retired, or even may have gotten ill, there's a lot of people that are trying to jump at this situation. So you are the eagle above. You're looking at this from all directions. All right, the eagle is connected to the spirit, and it's able to be close to the ethereal, and it's also close and connected to the earth. So any little movement, the eagle swoops in and grabs the rat or the fish and it eats. But you have to pay attention to what's going on, the small details of everything. So what this says to me is that you're going to take charge. You're going to move real fast because you see that there's some small movement going. Like I said, for some reason I just hear retirement, or maybe movement. So maybe you've been waiting for this new position to open up, and you've been feeling like, man, like I don't have any forward movement in this job. Then this person retires, so now you have the chance, and you're going to rush in towards this. But what I also see is that you have a lot of choices now. So it looks like maybe, and again, this might work for some people, but this is just what I'm hearing. You might have a lot of different choices. There may actually be more than one person that might have retired, or more than one person that might have moved positions, or more than one person that might have, left the company, or what may have you. So before, in the wintertime, this situation was kind of looking dire, and it was kind of looking bleak to you, right? But now you have 7 different options. But not everything is always a good option. So you got to really pay attention, focus on one thing, and put all your energy into that. And the more that you focus on that one thing and put your energy into it, better things are going to come from it. So I wouldn't focus, all of your energies on, applying to every single position that's open or every option that's available. But I would definitely try to take your energy, put into one, so that you can get the best opportunity out of that. And what I see from it is you got the Sun card. So you see how there's the big contrast? Now look at the top of this card. You see the black and the white. This is the typical yin-yang stanza or picture that you see there. So you see how you're going from the frozen, cold, no movement, to the sun, and you got tons of movement. So this is really good for you, because what this is saying is that, you waited, you did your patience, and everything's working out for you. Now you just have to, take things step by step and move along. But the sun is exposing things for you. The sun is kind of letting you know that things are going to work in your favor, right? Now, if you look at some of the planets that are here, one of the planets that's right outside of this is Mars. So right now, Mars is actually in Aquarius. And Aquarius is about the innovator. Aquarius is the planet that, the Aquarius is the sign that they like to be an individual, but they like to stand out from the group. So that's where they consider to be the innovator. So maybe you have to do something to make yourself stand out amongst everyone else. But this is the sun, so you have a really good chance, and you have a really good energy around you that says that whatever choice you choose, as long as you rush in and put all your energies into the right thing, take a look at all the small details, kind of be that eagle soaring over and looking at all the little details, things are going to work out for you. Your ships are coming in. You've waited your time. Things are gonna come for you, and again with this card, this is the Sun. This breaks down to a 10, right? And the 10 is ultimately a 1, which is the beginning of a brand new cycle. So you want to make sure that you take advantage of this opportunity that you're gonna have for this new cycle. Okay. All right. So we have you're very close to reaching your goal and gibbous moon. All right, so this is just letting you know that you definitely do have a chance for this to happen, and you're very close. Okay, and your past energy, just like I said before, you've been doing the work. You got the 7 of Pentacles, so you've already planted the seed. You put in the time, you put in the effort. Now you're kind of just waiting for for things to grow, for things to ripen. And once things ripen, that's when you're going to be able to see that you put in enough work that you're going to deserve to be able to enjoy the fruits of your own labor. All right. Your current energy is the Leo card, which is the strength. So this is you taming that inner lion inside of you. Okay. Now again, because of the fact that like I was feeling, there's gonna be more than one opening. You might feel entitled. You might almost be like, well, you know what? I've been here for 5 years. They need to give me the job. Like tame that inner lion, calm it down, put the work in, put the time in, and show them that this is meant for you. Okay. You see the woman, she's got the lion next to her, but she's looking up to the heavens, she's looking up to the universe. Cancer, you're a very psychic sign. So take some time, meditate, connect with those energies, balance out your water and your fire energies, so that you get yourself motivated, but in a smart way. Think about your home, think about your family, think about how this will be a good benefit for you and your family. Put all those energies together and make it work. Okay. Now, this goes along with that 7 of Cups. So because you're gonna have a lot of options, there's gonna be a lot of people possibly trying to get this job. You have this 9 of Wands energy here in the future. The 9 of Wands energy is kind of like, oh man, I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, what else could go wrong? But you have to keep a positive outlook. The more that you keep a positive outlook, things are going to benefit you and things are going to go your way. Because you have a lot of options, as I mentioned before, just focus on one. Okay, because the 9 of Wands, this is a person who's been through a lot mentally and physically, and now they're kind of at the end of the cycle. So the 9 is almost at the end. The new cycle starts at the 10. So you're working on getting towards the end. You're working on dealing with that, okay, and getting there. All right. Now, the future energy, you have the devil energy. Now, the devil energy, I take from this here. I don't even actually see this as a bad thing. I actually see the devil energy because the devil represents Capricorn. Capricorn right now, Pluto is the planet that's in Capricorn sign, and Pluto is actually about change and destruction, right? So think of like the Tower card. So right now, what I see with this, because this is right next to the Sun card. So I don't see this as a bad thing. This is you now being aware of the bad things and bad habits that you've had. This is you taking time to stop the bad talk, the bad self-talk, and calming yourself and calming your inner waters. This is also that Capricorn energy where you're trying to work hard. You're trying to put together that energy to move yourself forward. So with Pluto being in Capricorn, this is you saying, you know what? I want to destroy this old life that I had, and I want to create a brand new life. So the old life I had, when you were the employee who used to work 65 hours a week, now the new life is you're going to be the manager who works 65 hours a week on salary. You're getting a whole lot better pay, have a whole lot more respect, and you're going to have a whole lot more clarity on your future and what you're going to do. But this could also be a few other things too. This could be the fact that now everything that you had negative that was behind you is being cleared up. So you had those negative things that was keeping you stood still, right? Maybe you had a bad drinking habit. Maybe you wasn't getting enough sleep. Maybe you were eating too much and you weren't healthy. These things are now being shown. But with the Sun card here, this is saying that things are going to be wonderful. So even if you see the devil card, which some people see it as a negative card, it's really not. It's more just letting you know about the light and dark sides of yourself. And when you're aware of the light and dark sides of yourself, you have more control of things because you don't have any curveballs that kind of catch you off ground because of the fact that you're not aware that this bad thing's going to come and going to sweep you off your feet. All right, so I have for you, Cancer, I have listen deeply. And if you see this person, they're sitting in a chair and they have an angel that's almost like whispering to them. So I'm going to read this spiritual card here for you. I feel like this is this is something that you're going to need to hear, especially with everything that's going on, right? So Cancer, your message is, angels are sending you guidance and inspiration through your powerful and resonant inner voice. Cancer, you're very powerful and have a strong resonant inner voice. Be ready to listen to that voice now. Listen to yourself. If you aren't able to hear yourself, you'll be blocking your connection to the information, insight, and guidance that can support you going forward. If you've been ignoring or avoiding dealing with something that you feel like you've had to do for a long time, your angels are encouraging you to stop. Listen to yourself and do it now. Your expansion and growth depend on it. If you have received challenging information recently about your life from any source and you are unsure whether to believe it or not, this card assures you that it's pivotal to unfolding of your freedom and joy. So listen deeply. So this actually goes a little bit deeper, and it actually lets you know that this standstill and this listen deeply, these are actually connected. So what this is saying is that this standstill that you're going through, which if you look at this as a 12, 1 plus 3 is creation, which is growth, which is birth. So it's almost like you're in almost like a frozen cocoon, where you're sitting there and you're taking time to kind of understand, digest things, analyze things. And then once you come out of this cocoon, you break out. You're a whole another person because you've had all these life experiences that you learned from, and you needed to take a moment and stop and kind of get rid of that negative mindset, okay? And get rid of those bad habits. Now, you have the opportunity to move yourself forward because you're going to have a lot of opportunities that are going to be presented to you with the Seven of Cups. And now it's illuminated that this is the path that you should take. Now, you really have a good opportunity, and it's good that you take that time to listen to yourself, okay? Now, that past energy, as I mentioned before, this is the the King of Wands. So, like I said before, you were waiting for your ships to come in, with that job opportunity, or this could have even been a relationship. You decided that, you know what, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. And the King of Cups, the King of Wands is a very, very, very strong, admirable person. This is someone that everyone likes to follow. They're also very, very creative. So this is someone, that could be a fire sign that's in your life, or this could even be part of your personal chart. But what I see here is you may have, just from the energies that's here, you might have like a Leo that might be either a significant other, or Leo might be prominent in your chart because you have the Sun, you have the Strength card, and you have the King of Wands. So with those three cards, that says a lot of Leo energy, but possibly you could just have that in your chart. But this is an admirable person. This is a leader. This is someone who doesn't take no for an answer. All right? Now, Cancer, you also have in your current energy the Knight of Swords. So you have the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Strength card. So this is you charging in very quickly to make this choice, but you are taking some time to look from above to kind of analyze all the little details and everything, but you're weighing up everything with this King of Swords knowledge, and you're taking a wise swipe at everything, right? You're not wasting any time, you're not being emotional about it, you're just using your logic, and you're figuring out what's going to be best for you. And this is something that's going to represent you and help you a lot. With this double king energy that you have, this is you stepping forward, and you're basically stepping up and saying, here, hand me my crown. I'm the new boss. And you got this new energy that's floating around you. Okay? Your future energy is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune, this is represented by Jupiter. And so Jupiter right now is in Pisces, and Jupiter is with Neptune, which is in Pisces. And the two of them are about to go conjunct very soon. So it looks like this energy is going to be beneficial to you, and that it's going to help you to move things forward. And you're going to have some good luck going forward. So just continue moving forward, put your best foot forward, and keep that optimism that things are going to work out for you. Okay? And again, the coincidence is a lion. All right. In the end, you have the Eight of Cups. All right. So when this listen deeply, this is telling you to listen deeply to yourself, and you're gonna walk away from these negative feelings or negative thought processes you had. You also have the devil energy, so you're gonna walk away from these negative thought process, this negative self-talk, and you're gonna start to believe more in yourself because you're very, very capable. And more than likely, Cancer, you're aware of this. People have probably told you that you're very capable. With this King of Wands here, you're obviously someone that people like. People listen to you. You're very creative. People want to follow you. Now it's just you deciding that you're going to lead the chariot forward. Okay? All right. Well, this is what I have for you, Cancer. It was a pleasure reading for you. thank you for all the love that you guys have been showing on the page. If you're interested in getting a private reading, you certainly can reach out to me. My contact information will be in the description box. And also, if you so choose that you want to donate to the page, it would be greatly appreciated. That helps me to get new cards and everything. And you can see my information in the description box also. All right, but it's been a pleasure. I hope you have a wonderful read. Have a great week, and certainly send me some comment information and let me know how things go for the week. All right, take care, Cancer. Peace.